Iterative Statements, Week 4, Chapter 5 presentation, presented by Gwen Alvin and Kristen Parkinson. What is iteration? Iteration is the process where a set of instructions or statements is executed repeatedly for a specified number of times or until a condition is met. Such a statement is known as an iterative statement. There are three types of loops in PL/SQL: the simple loop, the while loop, and the for loop. Guard, entry, and exit loops. A loop can begin with a guard entry loop. A condition must be met before entering into the loop, or a guard exit loop allows the code to run through the loop first, then run as long as the conditions are met. Best practices for guard on entry loops. Counter should be placed as the first set of repeatable statements. Start counter using 1-based numbering instead of 0-based numbering. Simplify code within loops to improve performance. Best practices for guard on exit loops. Like the guard on entry loops, place counter as the first set of repeatable statements. Simple loops. Simple loops are explicit block structure. In the above syntax, keyword loop marks the beginning of the loop and end loop marks the end of the loop. The execution block contains all the code that needs to be executed, including the exit condition. The execution part can contain any execution statement. Note, basic loop statement with no exit keyword will be an infinite loop that will never stop. The for loop statement. For loop statement is best suitable when you want to execute a code for a known number of times rather than based on some other conditions. In explanation of the code example above, line 2, you prints the statement program started. In code line 3, the keyword for marks the beginning of the loop and the loop variable a is declared. It will now have the value starting from 1, ending at 5. Line 5 prints the value of a. Line 6, the keyword end loop marks the end of the execution block. The code from line 5 will continue to execute until a reaches the value of 6, as the condition will fail and the control will exit from the loop. And then code line 7 will print the statement, program completed. While loop statements. While loop statements work similar to the basic loop statement, except the exit condition is at the very beginning of the loop. It works like an entry check loop in which execution block will not even be executed once the condition is not satisfied. As the exit condition is checking before the execution part, it does not require the keyword exit explicitly to exit from the loop, since it is validating the condition implicitly each time of the loop. In explanation of the code, in line 2 we declare the variable a as a number data type and initializing it with a value of 1. Line 4 we print the statement program started. Line 5, the keyword while marks the beginning of the loop and it also checks to whether the value of a is less than 5. Line 7 prints the value of a. Line 8 increments the value of a by 1. And in line 9, the keyword end loop marks the end of the execution block. The code from line 7 and line 8 will continue to execute until a reaches the value of 6, as the condition will return false and the control will exit from the loop. On code 10, line 10, the printing statement will be program completed. Thank you for listening to our report on iterative statements. This has been presented by Gwen Alvin and Kristen Parkinson. Thank you.